All right, welcome to this weekend horoscope for March 13th through the 15th. My name is Athen. All right, so we have a sort of easing up of the energies this weekend. The moon's going into Sagittarius on Friday, which is very nice. But on Saturday, we have Saturn going retrograde and we have the sun shifting into Pisces. All while Mars is forming an aspect up to Chiron, semi-sextiling aspect. So what this is signifying is there's definitely shifting taking place, but it's a shifting of the internal nature. I think where over the past couple weeks it was more about the extroverted stuff, the action, the drives, our goals, our ambitions, our enjoyments in life on the external level, this is going more introverted. And this is leading us into next week where we're going to have the solar eclipse in Pisces. And I feel like this is the shifting of weeks. Now, the moon is still in the third quarter phase, which means that we might be feeling like getting active, especially with Venus in Aries, and this can be okay. It's just that we want to balance this, and the balance is not overexerting, it's not pushing forward too hard, and making sure that we are getting that rest, relaxation, and spiritual time. And I think if we do that, it can be a nice flowing weekend. So on Friday, the moon shifts into Sagittarius. Friday looks like a very nice day in the astrology. The moon's going to be trining up to Mars and Venus. So I think the energy is going to be upbeat. I think there's going to be, things could flow. Things could be supportive with relationships through the people in our life, through our enjoyments, enjoying things, the simple pleasures. And overall, over the weekend, but starting on Friday, is exploring the wonders of life. This is what Sagittarius is about. So seeing your life from the overall perspective, but also exploring, whether it's exploration of philosophy of the mind, of spirituality, or doing some traveling or going out into nature. It's a great weekend to do these things. Anything that opens you up, okay? Now on Saturday, we have that Saturn going retrograde in Scorpio. Now this is the first retrograde of Saturn in Scorpio. Saturn recently went in here towards the tail end of last year. So since then, we've been creating structures in our life that has something to do with either shared resources or things relating to emotions, the emotional structures in our life. And so whatever that's been for you, now is the time to start reflecting on that while Saturn's retrograde for the next 5 to 6 months. So start thinking about these things over the weekend, and that's a strong emphasis here of where Saturn is paused. So it's not about making any big decisions, long-term decisions right now. It's just starting to see how it applies, easing off that gas pedal, seeing that overarching perspective, and start thinking and reflecting on how these structures are going. Because during the Saturn retrograde is when we can learn the most about what we've been building and then what to build once Saturn goes direct again. So very important time with those things. Now Saturday evening, we have the sun going into Pisces. So this is the importance of getting that rest, relaxation for the next 30 days, trusting our intuition, going with the flow, that compassion, all this energy that we are quite used to because we've had a lot of energy in Pisces. But this is more of the awareness factor. This is the sun. So this is the literal, perhaps meditation, the actual rest, the actual relaxation, which is going to help illuminate things, especially leading into the solar eclipse next week. So be sure to do that. It's that easing off of energies, and I think getting that introverted time or that reflection time is going to flow with that. Now on the evening of Saturday, we do have the moon going over Pluto. So this is, again, activating this whole Uranus-Pluto square activity, which is the major theme. There's lots of changes. There's lots of new beginning structures that are being reestablished in our life. So now with the moon, if you are feeling on Saturday like there's an intensity, because with the moon and Pluto it can feel quite intense, or if you feel like there's a sort of restlessness with the Uranus energy, this is the time over the weekend to, again, ease up a little bit and do some reflection. And if you are feeling an energy, especially with Venus in Aries, is go for a run. Go do some exercising or channel this into a creative project, or be really good is into some sort of learning through the Sagittarius. So read a book on philosophy or on astrology or divinity or whatever. And through that, I think that'll help channel this sort of energy that's trying to come through, whereas the other elements of self are saying, wait a minute, it's time to sort of relax. So whatever you can find is a good channel if you are feeling those energies. But in either case, I think it can be a weekend of feeling, going within, and seeing the true inner depths of what is going on in these major shifts and changes right now from that emotional level, from going within. And the ruler of Sagittarius, Jupiter, is in Cancer, so there is a lot that we're learning from within, from that emotional body. So I think that might be a good guide and help during this weekend as well. All right, so let's go and draw a card, see what Spirit has in store for us. Okay, Pisces, going with the flow, stopping to smell the flowers, stopping to smell the roses. This is our spiritual nature. Pisces is a mermaid, which is the half lower part, which comes from spirit, and then the upper part, which is the human, which is the manifest. So perhaps this is a reminder to remember we are spiritual beings having a human experience, but we have to continuously maintain that spiritual connection and revitalize that spiritual connection. So perhaps this is a reminder from Spirit to tap into that, the spiritual realm, the meditation, go with the flow, take it easy, step into that compassion, and I think that's going to create the harmony over the weekend. All right, everyone, have a fantastic weekend. Thank you again for all of your support. If you have any questions at all, please let me know, and I'll talk to you on Monday. Take care.